So everything they do and everything they use comes back to a material that has a home in this research laboratory.
Materials characterization is our ability to investigate a material and to quantify, to tell you what that structure is composed of.
How strong it is, how dense it is, how well it reflects light, how well it conducts electricity.
We talk about the pointy end of the spear. When you lead with materials, we're the ones who make the pointy end of the sword pointy.
The characterization experimentally helps us to validate our models.
We start from the atomic level. We have instruments within this facility. Across this hallway here, we have an atom resolution microscope where we can view individual columns of atoms and we can see exactly where atoms are.
I built the system behind you. This materials characterization system, which is robotic and automated, is the next generation of tools to provide information on material structure to advanced Air Force materials.
When I go into work I get to invent the future. No kidding, that's my job. I walk in, I say, okay, what can I do to make things better for not just my future, but their future?
When you look at the warfighter today, everything the warfighter uses in the Air Force, the Army, the Navy, is a material that was a research project 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. And so this includes the jet engines that we fly, the jet platforms, space launch systems, the satellites, the solar cells that provide energy for the satellites, munition materials. The sensor research done here is some of the best in the world.
So we will develop new techniques for measuring material properties, measuring the structure of materials, and those are now being employed around the world. We have shaped how they are approaching these problems, using machines, computational tools to solve what I will call materials characterization challenge.
Why does that do that? How is it arranged? Where did that come from? What if I do this?
And that understanding then enables us to design the material for a specific Air Force application.
And we have different sorts of equipment for all of those different sorts of characterization. So we have X-ray diffraction units, we have optical microscopes, infrared microscopy.
I work with chemists, with chemical engineers, with physicists, with electrical engineers.
Physics understanding, modeling, statistics and analytics.
Machine learning, biology is really, really huge in a lot of the things that we do.
So the future, in my mind, for materials research is how do we harness the power of machine learning and computational tools? How do we make those pervasive within our discipline here in materials research? How will those tools allow us to develop new material systems that are well beyond what a single person or an analytical solution would allow us to create? So harnessing that power of the computer to affect every part of the materials development and life in the discipline.
In the future, we hope to be able to design the material in the computer itself.
And the way we've been approaching the problem is by building a robot researcher. So this is a tool that we've developed called ARES for Autonomous Research System. And it's something that can conduct an experiment, it can see what happened, then feed it off to an artificial intelligence module, and then make a proposal about what experiment to do next. Not just what's the future of materials, but what's the future of the research process. And we are the Air Force Research Lab, so research is core to what we do.